everyone, and welcome to the Tampa Bay Chamber's Military Appreciation Series that we're doing for a second year in a row. Today, we welcome Michael Fieldson and Ryan Pusins of Ombra. They are part of our Chamber's Corporate Fellowship Program for Military Talent. Welcome, gentlemen. It's so nice to have you both, and thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Ryan and Michael, if you could, let's start with the basics. Both of you come from a military background. Tell us what branch of the military each of you were in, what job you had, and how many years were you in?
Sure. So I was in the Navy for about 7 years. I was Navy intelligence. I served on an aircraft carrier, USS George Washington on Norfolk, Virginia, and then later at U.S. Central Command here in Tampa, Florida.
And I was in the Marine Corps. I served 24 years in the Marines. I started in the infantry on the enlisted side. I had an opportunity to transition to the officer side. Once I did that, I flew helicopters. I was a flight school instructor, and my last assignment was the Navy ROTC program at a tech school in upstate New York, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute.
And Ryan, when did you transition from your military career to a civilian career? When did you separate?
My official retirement was February 1st of this year, but I started the transition process about 18 or 180 days prior to that through the Skill Bridge program, Hiring Our Heroes.
Wonderful. Michael, tell us how your company connected with Ryan. Explain how the fellowship program has worked for both of you.
We learned about the Hiring Our Heroes Skill Bridge program because I wasn't aware of it at that point in time, but Ryan gave us a great background, and what we ended up doing was we ended up bringing him on as first person on our cohort about last summer, I guess in the August timeframe, and then we ended up bringing on 4 other people through the Hiring Our Heroes process. So it was great to connect with a lot of retiring veterans, and we've had some great things that come from the team.
One of the things that we hope to accomplish with this series of interviews is to get more companies really thinking about hiring military talent, and not just the service member who is transitioning out of the military career, but also, military spouses. As the business owner, Michael, how would you describe the military talent, that special skill or that element that they bring to your company?
So Ombra is about 6 years old now. Largely started off hiring engineers. And we really had a great internship program, hired a lot of young talent out of USF across all engineering disciplines. We also had some senior engineers that I knew from my time at Special Operations Command at a company called Patel. And so what we kind of lacked was a mid-level leadership capability. And so being a former military member, understand the leadership skills that are ingrained in retiring officers and senior enlisted folks. And so we really wanted to fill out the ranks, and that's really what we've done now. So we've really created a leadership team, including Ryan first on the team, and then some other folks. So that's been great to show the strengths of the connective tissue between military and then the business that we do here at Ombra.
Ryan, what would you say your job or your training in the Navy, how has it helped you with your job now at Ombra?
Well, it's interesting. So I think that as a military member, you could take one of two paths. You could take your hard skills, or you could take your soft skills. So hard skills, if I was to transition to be a helicopter pilot, obviously my experience of flying a helicopter would be very instrumental in working in that industry outside of the military. But for me personally, I chose a different route. I chose the soft skill route. So the leadership, the work ethic, and all of the high level of intensity, as well as understanding how to work with people. I chose to use that and to bring that to Ombra. I think that one of the challenges for transitioning service members is finding the same level of mission in an organization. And sometimes you just have a job where you're doing the routine tasks, and did I accomplish anything? Did I add to anything? Did I bring value to an organization? Here at Ombra, I've been provided the opportunity to do that. And I just really think that no matter which way you go, the hard skill route or the soft skill route, the experiences you have in the military are huge, and they can be leveraged in so many different areas. But finding that organization that's going to provide you the mission, provide you the opportunity to add value, I think is what is key for transitioning veterans. The Hiring Our Heroes program is run by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. So for me, that's the vehicle that I used in order to have this successful transition. So first and foremost, that is in itself is huge. I'd say that beyond that, working with people like Katie Lopez and Leo on the military committee for the Tampa Chamber has
Mhm.
been great for me to be able to give back to organizations who are supporting veterans. I go to a lot of chamber events and I try to put myself out there and provide opportunities to continue to serve. Again, the what is important to veterans, right? Serving the individuals to our left and right. And that extends way beyond the time of service that you have in the Marines, the Navy, Air Force, Army, Coast Guard, or Space Force. We still want to be able to provide service. So the chamber itself provides us that vehicle, provides us opportunities, networking, not just for business events, but also for personal events and serving other veterans.
Thank you so much for taking the time to be a part of our series. I just have to ask, one is Navy, one is Marines. How is the competition?
Clearly, come
Good?
on, come on.
Well, he's a subset of the Navy, so it's, so we're really the big service, and, they're the kids of the service. So, we're glad to have them on board, but, we end up shipping them around the world, so.
That's right. That's very cute. I think we all know, but honestly, I mean, it's a great partnership because
That is nice.
the partnership between those two services extends beyond the actual service, and we have a good rapport
You have
because of
the
that.
shared experience, it's
Absolutely.
just wonderful. And so thank you so much. We're really hoping that these interviews will help transitioning service members in particular to know that there's so many wonderful chapters of their careers that haven't been written yet. And there are resources in their community to help them start that next chapter in their life. So thank you for being a part of the inspiration.
We're
Thanks
glad to
for
help.
having us. Yeah, as I said, thanks for having us. It's always great to do things like this. Obviously, as veterans, we want to help them transition. They've served their country, some for a long time, some for a short time, but they've all served. And so any way that we can help them transition, it's important to us.
Couldn't say it better.